side there, less than 30 seconds, and that bomb goes to boom. Scumpy finds one, the second as well. Here comes the push, pressure now from here, Drazah. Shotzzy wins a big one. Shotzzy's got to stay alive. Shotzzy tries to make it that bit easier, but that's 3v1. Dashy all alone. Makes it a 3v2. They reach out. Bang! Here we go! This is it! This is what we've all been waiting for! Are we ready, Texas? Are we ready? Are we truly ready for this? It's been a long time coming. I think we're finally ready to get this show on the road. These two teams haven't gone up against each other in quite some time, and today is going to be a delight. You have sold this venue out. We're about to blow the roof off this place. Are we ready? Are we ready, Texas? Are we ready, Texas? Are we ready, Texas? All right, let's bring them out. This is it. Please welcome to the stage, OpTic Texas! So fucking good. Dashy, iLLeY, Shotzzy, and Scump.
And when it comes to the green wall, Nameless to let them know who the crowd favorites are.
These guys have gone through so much already in this season, from the fans saying that they weren't living up to the expectations, to them dominating their last few matches. They want this win.
Oh yeah, Miles, I don't think Atlanta's gonna be fazed by the Bulls, man. Bring them on out.
They are your reigning champions here in the CDL. They are seemingly unkillable. Today, we put their immortality to the test here in Arlington. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Atlanta FaZe! Cellium, Arcitys, aBeZy, and Simp.
Yo, they are living their villain arc right now. Atlanta FaZe, Miles across the board, man. They love the crowd.
They don't care about being the villains, Miles. They just want to walk away with that dub at the end of the day.
That's what it's all about. It's all about the win. This is only what? Saturday? We're barely ready to get this thing done, but today is going to be a memorable one indeed. Let's make history today, friends. Let's do this. Let's get it going, Texas! Let's go! Mack and Maven, take it away!
Thank you, Miles. This is a special one. You know, 3 years ago, you and I were casting that incredible 1v1. It's been so long since this showdown. How far these teams have come. They look a lot different now on paper, but this is set up to be one for the ages.
No, it is. I mean, listen, like this is, you know, you look at the last couple of years, Atlanta FaZe, I mean, they've been dominating, right? For OpTic, it's been sort of trying to get back to the final, trying to win another tournament, and this is a great chance for OpTic Texas. I think the desk killed it. To build some confidence moving forward in this tournament is just so important, but it's a big test.
You know, it's funny because you and I will talk a lot about your experience, and you know, when the hype is like this, when it's a matchup of the Titans, you almost like get too amped up, right? The crowd is too crazy. You almost want to like dial it back a notch, take a deep breath. But it's Bocage map 1, so throw that out the window.
We're jumping through windows. We're going to take every gunfight possible, 70, 80 engagements. But the desk talked about it. I mean, you know, this is a heavyweight matchup. Both of these teams have been tested at times throughout the year, but some of their best maps are here. They play each other on their best maps. They're gonna, I mean, it's a bit of an ego check.
It's gotta be. It's a heat
100%.
check, ego check, whatever you want to call it. But Texas, let's get it going, baby. Map 1. OpTic, FaZe. A battle that we will not soon forget. And there you see it, 3-0, 4-0. No shortage of talent and success found on this map, Joe.
Yeah, you can see some stats there. I mean, rotation win percentage much better for OpTic, but first and hold percentage for Atlanta FaZe. Maybe the reason why, I mean, they like to run 2 ARs, right? Between Cellium and Arcitys. You'd see the breaking maybe can get a little bit better for OpTic Texas. We saw this earlier. But those two guys highlighted right there. Cellium throughout this year, the desk has been saying the best player in the world so far. throughout Vanguard, but Simp, what we saw just a couple of days ago, 3 years ago, 1v1 in the stats he was putting up. He is back. But here we go. We got OpTic Texas and Shotzzy leading the way. This is the guy that you want to challenge Simp and aBeZy on the other side.
All right, into the map one we go as Shotzzy and the boys get soaring on forward. Through the window, through the ravine, hopping, a skip, and a jump, and a leap. As Shotzzy is right into the battle. As OpTic Texas look to get things going, and Joe, we cast our first ever Bocage.
Yeah, I mean, this is just Bocage number 1 for us, so we're gonna have some fun, but obviously just some trading going on in the middle, trying to pick up a couple of seconds where they can, but for OpTic, it's just control the left side as we rotate over towards that P2. Atlanta FaZe gonna try to push on through.
Well, 20 seconds left, trying to get in. The sub's doing it again as Scump is able to find 2.
Cell snuck on through.
Can he find an opening? That number 8 on the minimap, you see him top left. He took some shots, so they're aware of his position. He's trying to dip in deep, but he is behind enemy lines. Simp and aBeZy looking to light it up. Now we get ready for the rotation over. That's gonna pop field side. This is a big moment, and Cellium's position gives them an edge early.
Yeah, Cell sneaks through. You get some help through Barn as well. You already have aBeZy pushed out front, but Dashy not anything right now. Scump through the front side. We talked about the break potential. Got to get better. Here's a big break for OpTic Texas. You have Shotzzy able to push on through towards that hut side. Cellium, though, able to deal with one. His teammates spawning all the way out. OpTic have flipped those spawns.
It's a beautiful job getting in. 5-2 start for both Shotzzy and Scump, as they're going to need to be superstars throughout the course of this. And cutting on through, it is Scump again, a lovely double. Now 4 in a row for King Scump as he looks to hunt for more. Just trying to find the openings in behind enemy lines. He smells one. There's the kill. They're lighting up as the King sits atop his throne. The streak finally comes to an end, but it's a 20-point edge here for OpTic Texas.
Yeah, nice job on that time. Him just cutting off the reinforcements for Atlanta FaZe. iLLeY, he's in a match. He's going to have that second AR out right now, and Shotzzy pushing on through, just trying to catch those players off his spawn. That's the one thing with Vanguard. You run forward, you're going to find a couple of players holding nades in their hand in a big rotation battle going down. Shotzzy with the route, able to find one. Picks up the auto, finds number 2. Again, a break here. No, does stop him, but Scump up to double digits, 10-4.
You want him to show up. Those 2 players going to be so crucial on this map, and by God, have they been. But you got to think, if you're FaZe, you're probably going to have to survive the first blow. The crowd is in this behind OpTic. They're going to be fired up. You survive the first wave, you can't get in too big of a hole on Bocage.
Oh, well, here we go, though. This is maybe that moment to punch back. Simp with a multi-kill of his own. There's the spawn, the flips that comes on in. You have Cellium locked it down towards that middle gate side. Here comes the first push through kitchen. Cell has his teammates. Back snaps on the dash. A nice little headshot. Simp up to a 5 in a row and just getting the rest of that time. And yeah, they're right back into this one.
You feel it second by second. Now Simp starting to take over. 6 in a row for him.
Find that glide.
Trying to locate it. Maybe getting a bit of information, but he has been a monster throughout the course of this weekend. What a series he had to kick it off. Now can he find the next one? Bides his time, plays it patient. There's number 7 and number 8. God! Simp is a demon.
He's gonna have that glide, gonna have full streak. Cell's gonna pick up one more. You see that Dashy and Shotzzy trying to work towards the back, trying to work behind those spawns. Now only a 20-point game is Cellium and Arcitys. Both ARs on the hill, but Dashy takes the long route, able to find 2. Is that gonna be the opening for his team? He's all alone right now. iLLeY though, able to push on through as the contest is in. And Dashy, it feels like he's done so much. But aBeZy takes him down, and somehow Atlanta FaZe, they're still in there.
That's Bocage. You kill 4, you get the second. Sometimes that's the case, but now it is Scump's turn. 16-9, pop up the multi-kill as the beast continues to feel himself over the course of this map 1. As now we look to the rotation towards Røkkr. You can see the white arrow set up on the mini-map, and now the flood of green looking to come forward, but it's Arcitys and Simp on the cut, dealing with it, but Dashy. He's got the beam from the back tank. It's actually the stun that's going to get the kill as Big Brucey pop it off.
It's a little bit different from him, right? He's taking the long routes on the outskirts of the map. He's found another multi-kill. He's getting his team close spawns, but now he doesn't, right? All 4 dead. And this is why this is one of the money hills on the map. He spawned so far away. Simp trying to cut off the reinforcements through P1, but Shotzzy able to find the opener. aBeZy up next. His duo, the other tiny terror, he gets shut down, and now OpTic across the map have gotten in, but it is a very close game.
Yeah, and Cell just had a big sequence there to get 3. One of the hardest kills in the league. probably not the most fun to play against, but the hip fire is going to rain through for aBeZy as he hasn't really got it going. I mean, the subs have been strong on the OpTic Texas side as he's trying to find that fire. As we now get ready to get into our second set of rotations, the chain of kills for Arcitys and Cellium. 2 minutes off the clock, and not a ton of points for either team, and basically a tie game to 6 points separated.
Yeah, well, OpTic fans know this, CDL fans know this. When OpTic plays this, it hardly hits 250, and you can see the reason why. Yeah, almost 2 minutes off. They do have about, what, an 8-second lead. Simp able to find a couple of kills. Arcitys with a big one-on-one win. And they're just trying to chip away at this clock, trying to get set up for that P2.
Now. His turn is the next one up. He's got people left, right, and center, just everywhere to deal with it. It's Cellium that's going to be on the other side of that call. Scump nearly approaching the 20 mark, and there's number 20. Having himself a map, 94-94, everything we'd want out of a map one for OpTic FaZe on land for the first time in 3 years.
It's a little bit different though in this setup, but you do have Simp taking the long route once again. OpTic not picking this up. We saw it on the last P2, it was Cellium. This time it is Simp who's able to get on through. That's going to be a big kill on the iLLeY. The comm's not there. They're all dying as P2 spawns. Not the best timing. You see it come through. Now Shotzzy is still alive. Atlanta FaZe though, they were not able to hold on to this early setup last time through. Can this be better?
I mean, it's already better, right? You at least get a couple of kills. The break was pretty clean from OpTic last time around, but now you're enjoying your first semblance of a lead if you are FaZe. Up to 15 points and trying to keep this climbing as players coming off spawn. OpTic are looking desperately for this break, just trying to get the fans back into this one. Shotzzy lighting it up with a double, and behind that two-piece, let's get to a listen-in with OpTic Texas.
One take
I
got double in. One's right tank, guys. One's right tank.
Are you? Dead. I killed that shit.
Don't go to left.
Are you on pick up right?
I think they're pushing through, right?
Yo, low mines, cell.
I hear that.
Where'd he go? Push through.
Mines.
Low mine cell.
I have mines. I have all left.
Play like a rat. Yo, low mine's gonna go through. Yo,
I don't say anything mines.
Dead, one more. Low mine's gonna go through, guys. P1 on me, P1 on me.
Got through. Yo, watch out.
Dead. Yo, he's B-hop, A.
Yo, he's getting front time, yes.
Yeah.
Get time. A was front,
Kitchen, I'm saying left kitchen.
He's front door A. He's on time. Get time.
Nice,
good win. Nice. They're spawning in the back.
I'm going top, say left.
I got two. One more.
I got left push.
I got third.
Don't run in the back. I serve left push. Yeah, I serve left on you.
Yo,
they got me. Team kill. One more right. Yo, one more right, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm gonna you. Yo,
absolute
back window, back window, castle. Say left. Go back window right now. Simp, wait, street. There's two castles.
One back.
One shot at a time.
Back as well. Let's go quick.
Back around for here, G left.
One guy's street.
I saw them.
Back cage dead.
Nice. Get the timer.
Street, guys.
What's up,
Street, cell. Yo, two street. Let's get time.
Two street.
I have it.
Two set.
Keep saying down time. Front door. I'm going right.
What's front door, Alex?
Check your shit. Someone work right.
Yeah, I'll go right. I'll small. I'll go right.
No, front catch, absolute. He went A, isn't he? First guy.
A search?
A search. I'm working left. Yo, you guys go right. I'm working left. Yo, front hill, A weak.
I have right. What's right?
OpTic fired up, the comms on point and back in front for a moment, but it's FaZe now taking their crack at it. You heard the comms from OpTic. I want to hear what's going on with FaZe right to a listen-in with Atlanta FaZe.
Nice, one more distracted thing.
Yeah.
Middle.
Watch out. Good job. One more thing.
You want tree door.
Stand up. Nice. Good, Dashy.
I'm tracking. Back window. Dead. Really? I don't know he's alive. Yo, let's get Dashy.
I'm one shot.
Yeah, you guys take it back on me? There's field, these ones. I'm close to streaks.
In weak.
I'm trying to help 10.
In weak.
I'm 10. Good job. Yo, did we flip? Yo, flip.
Okay, I
got one shot. Yo, he's back to us. He's in. Yo, take your time.
Let's go. I'm streaking. Yo, one's push out water. One is tunnel. One is not grandma.
What's got water?
They're like grandmas. They're grandmas now. Two grandmas, one tunnel.
Button.
I'll see my time.
Need time, guys.
Netting him. Third in.
Bottom grandmas. A plat, Shotzzy.
I don't need no time.
Yo, I'm stay alive. I don't see bottom grandmas. I'm streaking again. Oh, bottom grandmas. Yo, one on time.
Sheesh, it is some select words for aBeZy on the tail end of that 8 streak, but now that'll be the glide coming in. 3 on the kill feed as well for OpTic Texas. They are down 30 points, just over 90 to go on the play clock. 30 here left on the hard point before the next set of rotations comes in, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I think through that first half of rotations, it was aBeZy like 6 and 13 around there. He's really turned it around, and well, he got hot Now you do have the 2 glides. They have both been invested by Atlanta FaZe. They're trying to find the last 20 seconds.
Yikes.
They've hung on to this lead. That difference maker was really around that P2 where you finally saw Atlanta FaZe have a good hold alongside Barn. Simp snapping as well, just trying to get as much scrap time as they can and keeping this lead forward.
Still 90 to go. Not as contested as of late. 2:07 on the points. Now for FaZe from the top window. RC's trying to get some information as Cellium is racking them up. There RC's able to hit, but a challenge from top window will be Dashy. Cell now over the 30 kill mark, and you see a bit why. The beam's absolutely on point, and closer are FaZe to pulling away with this one. Just battling for mid, and you're gonna get a lot of time here. That's 3 down. They're all gonna be spawning out right. You've got one person kind of in position. It's iLLeY. It's trying to rip him out of it, not able to do it. 225 on OpTic are in trouble, Joe.
Yeah, you talked about a lot of time. I was like, yeah, maybe, but honestly, for P1 here,
they got a ton. Yeah,
I don't know the last time they've gotten a kill. Finally, Scump able to bring it back, get them off the hill, but up to 232 now. We're going to focus on that rotation with about 15 seconds left. iLLeY tries to sneak on through, and really it's been OpTic Texas at P2 where they have allowed a player from Atlanta FaZe to flip those spawns.
They got 40+ seconds here.
Yeah, so much time by Atlanta FaZe, keeping them trapped on the right side now with 1 second left. iLLeY trying to get in the bar, not going to happen. Simp up to 33 kills. The slaying just a bit too much from Atlanta FaZe.
Well, Dashy, it's 2, but unfortunately 1 is a teammate, and you need a break, and you need it now. Just 5 to go with FaZe for the map 1 win. Everyone cut down in front, and FaZe will strike first. Completely unfazed by the crowd and the opposition. They're on the board.
They love it.
Yeah.
Like this is it. Like maybe that first rotation, right? The kind of nerves are getting going. You see these guys, they're eating this up. They say, you know what? We get it. This is your house. But this has been our game for the last couple of years. You have to beat us.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've said this before. Like, you live for these matches. Like, you're the type of person that loves this. When you're going against the crowd, when you're going against a team like OpTic, like, it gets you fired up.
Of course it does. It's just it's that extra motivation. Not that these guys really need it, but you can see it there. I mean, what, Simp 33, aBeZy 31, Cellium 35, that trio. Just alongside RC's, how strong they are, how difficult they are to play against, and you're seeing why.
I think you kind of nailed it. Like, you know, Simp and Cell kind of got rolling early, but it was a really slow start from aBeZy. And you need him on a map like that because who was dominating early? It was really, what, like Shotzzy and Scump kind of on the other end of it. But once aBeZy really got rolling, and well, you heard it in the listening. I mean, he had some choice words. He was starting to really feel it.
Yeah, I think there's just some keys here, right? I think both P2s, OpTic Texas were able to break on through. But you saw a player from FaZe sneak through. They took that long route, whether it was Cell, whether it was an Arcitys, Simp, they were finding the openings, they were flipping those spawns, and then over towards that barn hill, they were keeping them trapped on the right side of the map.
And how much harder is it to, like, I guess, have the discipline to find those routes when it is a map like Pokaj?
I mean, that's insane, right? And not only that, just this match, with the adrenaline going, that's just difficult to do. So, you know that these guys making sure the comms are on point, taking those routes. Hello, everybody. We love you. Thank you for the chance. We're so excited to be back.
Hey, how's everybody doing? I love this shit. We're having a blast. Oh,
they'd be having more fun if they won that map one, but they hear it.
We appreciate the sport, despite the fact that there may be some tears out there right now. But hey, it's a long series. It's a best of 5, and now you just have to bring it back in the search and destroy. And you know, at times over the course of OpTic's history, I mean, it's been about the work in the search, the respawns rolling early. But FaZe, I mean, yes, they've still been dominant, but maybe not looking as untouchable in search as maybe they have a couple years past.
Yeah, 100%. I think, though, you know, it's one of those things. You look at last year, the teams that challenged Atlanta FaZe, what did they do? They extended series. And a lot of the times it wasn't through respawn, right? Your Toronto Ultras, they can match them in the search and destroy. When NYSL was able to, you know, beat them in that game 5 in one of those majors in the winners final, it was through the search and destroy. For OpTic, when they picked up Shotzzy and iLLeY, the key thing for me was you have some search and destroy superstars now. This is a big deal. You drop that game 1 respawn, you should be able to bounce back in these big moments. This is a big focal point for this team if they want to win championships.
And you kind of talked about, like, what, outside of the, was it the Kuavo? That was like the one that's kind of hit or miss, right? But
the weird one.
Everything else is like, very strong for either team. It's like you're going to see their best hits. You're going to see their best prep. They've gotten reps on it. You're sitting around 3-0, 4-1. Like you look good if you are either team. It is a heat check. It is an ego check. These guys want to punch each other in the face until somebody drops. Which honestly, if we have like a map tie or something, I'd be down for some sort of melee or brawl situation.
I don't think that'd be good. I don't think we can do that.
That legal?
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
No.
all right. I edit that out. But no, we're ready for the search and destroy to see if OpTic can get it back. But it's so cool. I mean, the chants from everybody here. We've got family in the crowd. Oh, we got Scump. Swam, how you doing?
I'm a
the
Scump!
Of the 717. Love ya. Having a blast out here, but it's very cool. Everybody in support is, I mean, the history of this guy. It's unbelievable.
I mean, he's carrying me
It
a
is.
lot long ago, right? I mean, this guy, he's been doing it all. So, yeah, he's still doing it. But, you know, they talked about on the desk, one of the keys to victory was his search and destroy. He was fantastic last year. I mean, one of the best S&D players in the world. I think this year's a little bit tougher just due to the talent around him. But also, you know, he's the guy playing the bombs, in which in this game, playing the bombs, typically you're getting blown up by lots of nades. But you saw there, 1-1 for Atlanta FaZe on Berlin, 3-1 for OpTic Texas. Their offense first in the league. On the other side, though, it's not the green wall, it's the Atlanta FaZe wall in their defense.
As the chants begin to grow for the OpTic side, they look to answer the call in the search, but it'll be FaZe with bomb in hand to get things rolling. Watching the cross deep, that'll be iLLeY trying to get eyes. He's got a bit of help there with Dashy as well. It was aBeZy. Knock, knock. I'm home.
Yeah, well, I mean, Dashy's giving him that call in that position. There is able to get that trade down. Oh, the nade hits, but the bomb was planted. The bomb was planted, so you have a 2 versus 3. You have Simp all the way in the spawn tower. He's able to find that first player to make this into a 2v2. I mean, if that nade lands 1 second earlier, can stop the plant, that would have been huge.
Scump, though.
But Scump doing on a huge flank here.
25 on the clock. Scump.
Dashy
With
just
the flank. There's a freebie. Able to get 1. Look at number 5, though. That's Simp.
He's
One of
quick
the
on this.
smartest
He is so
players
fast
in
on
the
this. Scump's not going to be able to help him get in. Oh, I think he hears him.
He hears him, gets the kill, round 1 to OpTic. Is Dashy able to hop on it? And the deep wrap by Scump. Massive.
I mean, that gets a little nerve-wracking there. I mean, that's what you want to see. Simp was very fast on that
he was there
pitch.
real quick. Yeah, I mean, how many
real
times have we
quick.
seen someone not able to get there in time, right?
Right, so I mean, I don't know if Dashy hears, a window or what, but that opens up. He's off that bomb. He's got 2 kills in the round.
One of the 40 things you can interact with on the map.
All of them.
A brick, rock, window, door, glass, smoke.
Tank, train. Keep it going.
Yeah. But you get a much-needed round. A tough map 1 loss, but nice retake there, and Dashy with an opener, and then the finisher onto Simp to close things out. It's a fast hit towards that. Here we go. Everybody is here. The shot's coming in immediately. aBeZy's tagged up before he gets through the door, but it's Arcitys trying to answer the call, trying to rip him off the headies, but the bomb heady simply too much. iLLeY will pick it up. Next in position will be Simp, and he gets away with 1.
All right, we're doing another 2v2. I mean, OpTic, they were thinking about rotating out, but he just gets caught in that long hallway. Still a minute left. Have Cell in that top fire position. He can watch a lot of crosses from up there. Simp just going to play under him.
What annoying spot is Cell going to be in?
Pick your poison. We know how difficult of a kill he could be. Simp, I mean, he just finds so much room right there. He is playing so quick on the map once again. They are not going to read this. Hello, iLLeY. Hello, Dashy. Can he find one, though? The timing's not going his way. Okay, a little bit better. Gets the kill, runs away.
Beautifully done, and just tucked away for now will be Cell. Will Dashy be able to read this or be able to snap? He sure as heck can. Into a 1v1. Bruce, Simp, 20 on the clock, and off to the races we go.
They've had a lot of these one-on-ones. I mean, even before they were in the league, 2 of the best S&D players in the world, but Simp ready for it. Reads it. What a play out of Simp. Almost clutched it last round, but this time finds the opening, finds both kills.
Feels like he's everywhere.
Dude,
Like
is
right now,
just a
he
demon,
is
right?
everywhere.
Yep. And you know, a map like Berlin, we've seen it throughout this weekend. Sometimes the middle of the map's open. You find good timing through mail, but yeah, he's just playing around the info.
Well, I feel like when we're in the green room and study or something, be like, come on, get moving, like that player playing a little bit deep. Like he is already moving. When that call is going to come, he has just been flying back and forth, trying to get to his spots. And well, big part of why he's on 3 in a row and at 4-1 as we get to 1-1 behind the big clutch from Simp. See see what they want to do on offense. It's iLLeY with the spot yet again, and he has got him very, very weak. aBeZy probably down to like 17 HP, and what a nade it is. iLLeY doing the damage early.
And we were talking about Scump. Like, this is what I mean for aBeZy. He's had 2 offenses and 2 where he's just trying to work the bomb plant and just, well, he blows up to grenades. So the bomb is down. There's no bomb plant. They're going to slow things down now. Shotzzy watching that middle of the map, and guess who? It is Simp trying to find an opening. Scump in a very common corner right outside Secrets. Dashy, though, continues to have such a fantastic map with 5 in the map. He's just
messing
opening doors. This is like a horror film.
It sure is. I thought he had maybe one free one, not able to do it. And the help is going to be there. The flank coming on in. Scump, iLLeY with the kills. OpTic with the round.
Well, and it just started with those first bloods onto aBeZy. Those nades, getting him off bomb, whether it's after he's planted, before he's planted, they're working towards that B site. But it's been all defense so far. OpTic, the #1 offensive team. Can they give themselves a 2-life advantage?
We take a look at the minimap and the spread for now. Can they push this to a 3-1 edge? iLLeY tried to get the angle with the shot to Simp's shoulder, but he will be out.
Missed that nade.
Does he have the arm strength for it? Not quite. As the first blood comes in behind, Arcitys Cell quickly there with the follow-up. It's an early 4 versus 2 now for Atlanta FaZe. You're stacked around mid-map. It's a good stun. You should be able to get Simp, but somehow he's able to hop away and then make you pay. Shotzzy will fall. Scump last up.
I mean, Simp just gets stunned. He's trying to hop away.
Little kangaroo.
Yeah, a little kangaroo on the map, able to get away with his life. But Scump, he's left in a 1 versus 4. MP40 in hand, not a lot to work with. Maybe he can find a couple of picks, but it's been all defense. It stayed that way. Both teams not able to find an opening. They're not giving them an opening.
It's like, what do you look to do here? It's like the defenses have just been so strong. People playing their spots, not really missing a bullet. The nade's on point. The comms are clearly there. You're not having a lot of missteps. How do you try and find an opening?
Well, now if you're OpTic, right, okay, they've gone to B twice. Hasn't worked. Are they going to do something different here? For FaZe, do you maybe throw some nades, try to give some info, say, hey, we're going to B again, but it's a fake? Maybe they just slow things down. Or it's, I mean, they're just going to go towards A.
I'll say this when we're kind of into the mid-game now. Maybe you see the game starting with the ball. And Shotzzy, well, his bullets evolve through that door. His cell gets obliterated, and that's a big one to get off the map considering his S&D KD. Shotzzy, the nade gets off before he gets traded out, so he's able to take down 2. That's a bit of brilliance. And the big thing, though, iLLeY is a mile away. So as you get to a 2v2, you've got the numbers here, but now they're able to sync up. Dashy, iLLeY versus the Demons. We get ready for the gunfights. They start to inch their way off forward. The snap is there from iLLeY. Not able to get away. To a 1 versus 1 we go. Dashy coming through in the pistol. It will ring true as he'll clutch up. Yikes.
What was that shot?
I don't know. I can't do that.
He's got this, and Bruce's 2 shots to the face. That pistol is strong. He's been doing it all game. We had another 2v2 situation. iLLeY gets caught running away, and aBeZy's thinking, I got this. I got the MP40. But Dashy says no.
Kind of looks a little like Robert Pattinson, huh?
Who?
Bruce, dude.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe with the suit on. I don't know.
It's me, Bruce. Where is she? Where's Rachel? And Cell, you know, his S&D pedigree, and just this year, it has been incredible. But he's 1-4 right now. Just trying to find an opening, and just on the other side of this shack, Shotzzy. He's lying in wait. Trying to get some info as they look to work forward.
I mean, this is a fast rotation. You have all 4 players over here, though, from Atlanta FaZe. When are they going to go? Simp watching that middle push. Bomb getting planted by Shotzzy.
Here we go.
And here we go. aBeZy immediately on the retake. Him and Simp able to find 1. So aggressive on the map. Dashy's so far away from his teammates. He's relying on them to find a couple of kills. Well, iLLeY's going to take down aBeZy, who gets on the bomb. Arcitys Trying to get the trade, not able to find it. Look at Simp already. Simp across the map. He got 1 kill on one side. He's already through, but now it's Scump's turn. He checks the fuse. He gets caught 2v1. Simp again. This man is on point.
Is he teleporting?
He is so quick. Okay, I got a kill over here. He wraps through P5. He's able to find Dashy's back in action on the other side of the map.
I mean, I'm focused on iLLeY's gunfight and like his shots, and next thing I know, Simp is literally across the map finding a kill. Like, he is moving, and that's a big thing when you talk about search, or well, anything in general at this level. Like, you can't hesitate, right? Like, if you're gonna make a play, make it, hit it. You'll take that over any sort of pause with the pace this game is played at, but unbelievable stuff as they get retake and find the kills.
Who can win an offense now? FaZe's turn.
9-3 through 6 for Simp.
Yeah, well, scores 3-3, so it really doesn't matter. They're going to try to work towards B. A little bit of a different look is they are going to try to fly through middle towards Mail. This might work out. Yeah, Dashy, he's not top fire where he normally is. One player still alive, though. Big trade from iLLeY. Can he buy time? Can he buy time for his teammates? Not able to do so. Scump trying to wrap all the way through towards dockside. Simp up top 3. Still trying to get aggressive 1v2.
This might be the first offensive round unless Scump can do something nasty. Back to full HP. Arcitys is tagged. That's going to be the call for the push as Simp keeps on looking for more, but off the heady. And the fist bumps out. aLLeY able to hit the shots. And finally, an offensive round win. FaZe, get it done.
Not normally the way we've seen it. I mean, typically we see that mid push kind of through P5, right to the middle hill. But this time they go through Mail, just open that door. And normally there's either a player being there or top fire watching that cross, and that just doesn't happen. That's what we call a good old hard counter from Atlanta FaZe. Now can OpTic Texas do it?
They need to now. There's still some work to do, but keep an eye on that streak for Simp. He's on 4 in a row now.
Again, look at someone from Atlanta FaZe. Look at the info. That's going to be aBeZy. Not finding much at A. They know now this is a B hit. Well, aBeZy, he's looking a little too long. Yeah, he gets first blooded from Dashy.
He gets a little too much information in the form of bullets. And now Dashy and iLLeY on the cross. They are able to connect. There's a little bit of a dance going on inside. Which floor is he on? Arcitys brings a little bit closer, now into a 2 versus 3. Scump continues to hunt, and Simp, they're picking him apart. It was a 2v4, now down to a 2v2. 5 in a row for Simp. 25 to go in the clock, though. And
again, he just got a kill towards Mail.
He is going. Just trying to get the wrap, and he's able to win the gunfight. Scump going to be last alive. On the defuse now. He's trying to get across. The call out should be coming in from Simp. Is he able to see him? Just able to get it done before they get there. And the 2v4 clutch for FaZe is a big one.
I mean, Simp, he's just running around the map, finds the first kill in Mail, gets to the flank. And I think Scump there from top 3, I think with the info that you have, I think he's got to get aggressive there with that MP40. He's got to find either where Simp is coming from or flank that player in Arcitys coming low docks. We just saw Simp do that. I would love to see Scump doing that. In a 4 versus 2, I know he doesn't want to throw his life away, but just finding that player. It's Atlanta FaZe, they win 2 rounds in a row.
6 in a row, 12-3, quadruple positive now for Simp. You haven't answered out your OpTic guy, just sliding on in. That is not a fun gunfight for Scump, and Arcitys able to win it as they just hit it. You can tell it's a fast push when it's bomb in hand for Arcitys. He's soaring forward with an MP40.
Now it's a retake for OpTic. Yeah, iLLeY working the flank, but there's just so many corners to check. And I mean, Atlanta FaZe are all over this bomb. Simp continues to see, finds Shotzzy, iLLeY. Dashy trying to do what
they can. He just got another.
Yeah, he is
Simp, 8 in a row. Looking for the final one. He's knife out. And they just dominate over the second half of that map. It's a 2-0 edge for FaZe, and Simp still looking like the best player in the world.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at that 4v2 round. I mean, I don't know if we could take another look at it during the highlights, but that's a huge swing round. I mean, you had the advantage. You would have tied it up 4-4. That doesn't happen at Atlanta FaZe. They take advantage of it, and it's from Simp. He's wanted to hit form, and here at the major he has.
Yeah, you don't say. I think he was looking to get disrespectful there at the end too with the knife out. He was looking for the final kill. I got a feeling, but just look at it statistically. I mean, that's a 14-3. Arcitys not far behind him at 8-6, and you can see the damage they were both putting in. But you know, it was back and forth. It was back and forth, and then it wasn't. Like once they got that first offensive win, they just started to take over it. And that last round, to me, when you've got Arcitys with bomb in hand and an MP40 out, that's a hit it and punch him in the face type round.
No, it is. But you know, I mean, listen, they've won the undefeated Bocage. They have won Berlin Search and Destroy, which has been OpTic's best S&D at 3-1. Now they're challenging them on Tuscan Control, which has been OpTic's best control map. This is what I meant. They're like, all right, let's do this. Like, you want to dance? We're gonna dance.
And I think that's just how it is. You know, at this time of the year, with OpTic rising up and FaZe, they've been the champs. It is like, yes, all right, we'll play your best. Bring it to us. Let's hit it. 2-0. FaZe are up. OpTic now have got to pull off the reverse sweep like they did last time they played on LAN 3 years ago. We'll see if they can do it again. We'll be right back after this quick break.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
Here we go, baby. It's time to get going. You saw TST and the boys getting it rocking with the drums. That was awesome, by the way. I don't think that was actually on the broadcast. We had it here. I tweeted out a video because, like, this is the coolest thing. You know, at times we talk about, you know, the chants. We need to get them a little bit better because, you know, you hear over in the UK, they're talking trash in our chants, but they were getting me fired up. I had chills. I could have run through any kind of wall.
No, it would have been awesome. I mean, it is awesome. It's just, yeah, over there in the UK, they're just throwing beer all around and stuff. It's crazy over there. Let me tell you, it really is. None of that here because, I mean, who wants to throw beer? Like,
let's all be responsible adults.
Oh, we're just drinking that. Why would you waste that?
We're all well behaved.
Yeah.
Very, very responsible. But maybe it's time to get a little bit messy, a little bit rowdy. His OpTic have got to bring this back. They've got to rip off 3 straight. Remember, we keep hitting it, but it was 3 years ago the last time FaZe OpTic played on LAN. I know it was different teams, but you have some familiar faces, and to get it done that time, OpTic had to pull off the reverse sweep. Can they do it this time?
It's just like, if you looked at the bracket today, this could be filled with dreams for OpTic fans or absolute nightmares because you have Atlanta FaZe, and if you lose, you play LA Thieves. Let me tell you, if there's another team that loves playing them, it's Kenny and Octane. They live for that moment, so you know, you would have loved to come out and just dominate this game, but yeah, now can they bring it back?
I just think you do have a lot of young players on some of these teams that would be phased by this moment in this crowd. Unfortunately, your 2 matches today, if you end up having 2, that's not the case. It's just not, but into Tuscan we go.
You never know.
It's time for it. Can they start to mount the comeback? Dashy and the boys looking to do just that.
Undefeated for FaZe, 4-1 for OpTic. The only control they played throughout the qualifiers. RC's aBeZy able to get some kills towards A side. They're going to push up throughout the field. But it's going to be Shotzzy through the middle of the map. Trying to maybe make a play. See how aggressive Atlanta FaZe is getting with aBeZy already towards back church.
Oh yeah, he is just soaring right now. And there's like, where is he? Where is he? Finally able to find him after he takes down 2, but up onto the objective, we will see Cell.
This is just a big rotation. I mean, with aBeZy getting all the way towards back church off spawn, Atlanta FaZe kind of go towards B. Can they get any progress done towards this site? You still have RCs at A if things go wrong.
Now working around the flank, it's going to be Shotzzy.
Huge kill by Shotzzy in a one-on-one.
He's able to pick up 1, he's able to help Dashy as well, but now look at the top side of the map. Once again, hopping on the objective will be FaZe and soaring on forward again. It's RC's this time trying to get some information, find some kills back church. That's 2 bits of progress. About to get to the 3rd. They'll get the minute of extra time. You just need 2 points at B, and you've got 2 minutes to work with. So a ton of time now. Lives department basically even.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been much worse if it wasn't for this man in Shotzzy winning that one-on-one against aBeZy on the flank towards B. He gets that, maybe you have a 2-man stack, maybe more progress done, but now it's a big focus over towards this radio side. Got some kills being traded back and forth. OpTic with the kill lead. That's going to be 4 dead, and now they can get into a setup. As you can see, when you push out towards this way, you have to go all the way through field. You're wasting so much of that clock.
Well, thankfully, you had like 2 minutes, right? I mean, that's one silver lining if you're FaZe. You had so much time to work with. You can build this up, but you're not wrong in the sense by the time you get to it, you're going to have a minute of that gone. You're going to use about half of your time. So this is a big effort and a big push. And the person trying to play spoiler is Shotzzy, and that is COD timing at its finest. He will end up dropping. It's Simp with the kill. Cellium on the other side. Now the collapse is going to come on through. Dashy and Scump have got to go big. They're at least able to get 1, but it's aBeZy there with the easy read, and onto the point they go.
He read that as well. Oh my gosh, he almost finds that.
Yeah, I was going to say, incredible read, but Shotzzy comes flying through like a rabbit.
This is big for FaZe though. Like on the attack, this is where you want to be. You want to be radio side, you want to be around P5, because that way you don't have to push all the way through field. This is when you can make some advancements, hit your nades towards the platform, but Scump and Shotzzy finding kills. Arcitys up top radio, able to find 1 more. But really now it's the clock. I mean, the lives as well. Cell and Arcitys trying to do what they can, but Scump trying to deny it.
Yeah, it's a good pick. Get the kill, get it with your life, and then the timing almost great, then very scary as he tries to wrap back. It's Simp that's going to meet him church side. You really got 1 more crack at this. Just over 20 seconds to go. You need 2 points of progress. You have 8 lives to work with. The push is going to get staggered behind the quality beams in from iLLeY. Shotzzy now here as well. OpTic appear to be holding strong. Can somebody actually get in for this? They're just going to play around the kills. It looks like they're just going to pause for now. They don't want the life disparity to get any worse. So OpTic will get the round. They'll be up 4 lives.
Yeah, I mean, FaZe is just thinking, you know what? We're only down 4. We're okay. We can get them into that trap we've seen before on Tuscan. But to me, really, I mean, it's one of those kills we didn't see on the main screen, but when they're going back and watching VOD, Shotzzy finding that kill on aBeZy on the flank, making sure they could get them off B was huge, because that was an opportunity for FaZe as they were rotating from A to B.
And I also think that's like maybe why you're okay just taking that long setup and push. Like, I don't know, not throwing your lives away, not getting staggered, not somewhere at the point, just kind of forces you to slow it down a bit. But now, OpTic, their shot on offense, and aBeZy, well, he wants to slow that down immediately as the nade and the headshots just soaring through for FaZe. As OpTic look back to it, that's aBeZy with 3 just off the break, up to 9 and 6. Doing his best to make sure OpTic can't get a foothold in this, but OpTic, it is desperate times now. You're down into an 0-2 hole in the series, but you've got the advantage so far in the control. You've got to get it ramped up. The comms have got to be brilliant. Let's go to elicit him with OpTic Texas.
Guys, that was great. That was it. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, good shot.
Yo, what's up?
I'm on it.
Top church.
I'm naded. I'm one shot. I'm staying down.
I got one other side.
After you push. Is he there?
I think one other side.
Yo, pinch, guys. Pinch Alex, he's tree.
No, jump down church. He's going, you.
What shot? Yo, he's tree Alex.
Where does he go? Where's first side?
Yo, he went, I think Vine's in there.
No, we spawn B main. I spawn B main.
Yeah, you guys go.
Yo, Alex here somewhere?
Go B if you guys want.
I'm gonna be mid. I think what's up across with top church. Yo, one is fucking. One gonna be mid.
Yo, he's mid alley, guys. Work something together.
Mid alley, Alex.
Mid alley, let's go. Yeah, we should slow down.
I'm looking at our fire pinch.
Like goes. I spawned A. I literally spawned on A.
I spawned
mid alley.
Probably
Come over here on me.
How much should be, man?
Yo, I'm one shot. And top green Simp, bro. Top green.
Top grid Simp.
I got one.
Top grid.
Yo, he's in you.
I hear that. I'm challenging.
That's got you.
That's
That's
you.
Oh,
Nice,
guys.
good job.
Yeah.
Nice.
Make sure you're getting 8 points. Sit down on 8 point. I'll get middle.
I'm gonna nade.
I'm hold middle. I'm holding their side.
Yo, two church.
I'm holding you.
Top church. What's what?
You wanting you?
Yeah,
One
my friend?
You got pinch, Brennan?
Yeah, I got it.
I have our side, you?
I'm gonna help him.
Yep. Let's slow down.
Under fire, Simp, bro. Under fire, Simp.
Let's go around here, guys.
Still under fire. He's on
I'm
heading.
Let's get top radio control.
You hear the comms, and they get the extra minute, but you just got a minute 20 to work with. No progress on B yet, and you saw how frustrating it could be at times, like FaZe with the double chow, aBeZy with the quick rotation, Simp soaring out and gunning you. Like, you saw how frustrating it could be.
Yeah, I mean, Simp's literally just running around on their spawn. He's been doing it, but they've slowed it down now. iLLeY trying to get aggressive through Church Alley. Off the spawn, able to find Simp.
Here we go.
iLLeY, 13 and 8. The man stepping up. This is when you need your stars and Shotzzy to try to slow down Simp and aBeZy, because those two have really taken over this series towards the back half of that first hard point. Simp in game 2, aBeZy here.
Pace, there's the pace.
Oh, well, that's just a team. That's unlucky.
I was about to say, that snap looked good. I didn't realize it was a teammate that took him down, but you're still racking up some of the kills here. Shotzzy just trying to hit the movement and find some kind of angle to take the fight. 30 on the clock. 7 lives left now for OpTic. Dashy waiting on it. Nice patience.
And this is the same thing. You're only down 4 lives. Okay, well, now 5. But, sorry, alive. But now you're just going to slow it down here if you're OpTic, right? Only 5 lives remaining.
It's just like nades picking
we're just
you
gonna
apart.
throw it. All right, never mind. So now it's up to 7. Scump's going to try to bring that back. There should be a quick trade.
Okay.
You would think.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I thought they were going to stop 2, but the fact you're able to get to 3 behind Dashies, it brings it back to, what, 5? So, yeah, I thought they were going to allow that to get a little bit out of control and, yeah, kind of put the brakes on like you saw FaZe do, right? Like, keep it around 4 or 5, keep it within 1. I think it ended up being like 6 at the tail end of it, something in that ballpark. But
yeah, so a couple life lead for Atlanta FaZe right now, but I think it could have been a pretty dominant round if they found a few more spawn kills. OpTic, they were able to get out of that trap multiple times, able to secure A.
was Simp in the search, and now aBeZy really on the map 1 as he brought it back this time 17 and 10. And they're going to get right on to A. Now you're trying to pick your point of attack. Chow in from Shotzzy. Fortunately for him, Simp ready and waiting on the other end of it. About to get the second part done here at A. There's one through on the flank though that's going to be Scump, who's trying to find an opening in a pinch, and they're going to collapse beautifully. That's everybody cleared off, but now look as they spawn out bottom.
So
Everyone's
fast
going to
off
towards
spawn.
B quickly.
Yeah, they knew exactly what they were doing. They were going to spawn towards that roof side, and they were immediately going to be set up for B.
And think about what happened like when you saw us on the other side. Like they did the same thing if you're OpTic, but like aBeZy was already there. Like you had somebody already in position to disrupt this.
Yeah, but again, they kill on the flank. Shotzzy. And iLLeY able to shut it down.
Beautiful.
So they deal with that at B. He did get one tick, but now you control the middle of the map. You have Atlanta FaZe spawning so far away. It's going to take a lot of time to start to work on through. Still a minute left, though. They were on that objective for so long. Jeez.
You got the lives up to 5. Building that bit by bit. Just try to hold this advantage, and you can see Shotzzy just locked in around that U position. Just trying to stagger and make sure they can't get an aggressive push towards A. And at the bottom side of the map, you can see as well, Dashy kind of ready and waiting, depending on where this push is going to come from. But they want to get A done first, or do they? They're starting to wrap box. They've only got 30 seconds or so to work with. They're just going to go for the kills. It's aBeZy that continues his hot game. That's going to be 2 down. So you've got Shotzzy on one side, Bruce on the other, and here's going to come the bench. They're going to start to fly in. The contest is there for a moment. They're able to clear him off of it, but Dashy is rotated all the way up.
And now off his spawn, look at this. They can set up the pinch. His teammates can try to deal with this. They maybe get them off of A. Off spawn, you can already see Simp. He's going to start to creep towards B. iLLeY and Scump able to find 2. Shotzzy again on the pinch with a big one-on-one win. And to have an 8 life advantage. Up to 8, they control the middle of the map, make it 9-10 seconds left. In Atlanta FaZe, they have to go. They have to get into an objective right now.
They're trying to send it. You've got one in aBeZy who's going to be playing around side A. Everybody else kind of mid-map looking to pick where they're going to attack from, as they'll now get 2 down. Arcitys to the point. And if you're OpTic coming off a spawn, how are you going to play this? They're going to get the minute extension on A, as nobody is home, but they'll clear B. And you still, that 8 life advantage, it is a massive. It's the biggest we've seen. Can you retain that?
aBeZy with a nice read on the 1. But really, the clock is the problem here for Atlanta FaZe. The defense is set up here from OpTic. Well, the nades on point from the team.
Yeah.
Just find the openings, clear up top church. iLLeY, though, I'm going to bring it back. And you can see Atlanta FaZe, when they don't really have numbers, this is kind of where you have to stop. You have to clear so many positions. The Cell is just looking around. Where is that player plat side? Where is that player towards P5? aBeZy is going to check the corner, able to find 1. And now they're going to go. There's a numbers advantage. It's like an S&E round, and aBeZy, he's leading the way. Finds no, what I thought was number 3, but Scump says no.
Little slide there from Scump, and it's a big one as aBeZy was hitting, looking for the trifecta, but it's the triple now for Scump. 8 life advantage, still going to hold. 10 seconds to go, and that should do it for the round. That's the biggest advantage we have seen as you take the edge now for a 5th round defense. If you are OpTic Texas, beautifully done.
Key gunfights really on the pitch on both sides. These teams are winning. OpTic on their defense, though, have not allowed any funny business towards B.
Here we go. Can they retain that advantage? And they can close it out with an offensive win. Just utility everywhere, just stun to the face, stun to the face. Dear God, let me move. A little slip, a little slide. But aBeZy and Cellium there and waiting now to follow it up inside of church. It'll be Scump, and he's going to run into the Reaper as well. That's 2 bits done. You made some excellent progress here on A, and you're in a good spot. You're up 3 lives. You're up 3 lives. That's a big sequence.
And again, my eyes were just on Simp on the minimap. He's trying to work a pinch, but Scump, he reads it now.
Beautiful.
You're going to be done with
Beautiful.
a 2:20 on the clock. You have a 4 life advantage. The best start here for an offensive team. Shotzzy able to find 1 more. And now they're just going to try to stop this clock, play a little TDM, put the pressure on Atlanta FaZe. And well, Arcity's gonna punch him in the face.
Oh yeah, he laid him out. That's a little uppercut to the noggin.
Broke his nose.
Yeah, no, his nose is gone. Right into his skull. You're up 3 lives. 5 streak now on to Dashy. You work towards these streaks. And iLLeY in the auto. Try to lock it up. It looks like they're trying to line up nades as Dashy's lining up shots. Bruce heating up.
For Glide.
6 in a row. Glide looming. find it. He's got eyes on, but some vicious shots, just trying to finish it, and it's one of the tougher kills in the game, but he's able to gun Cell. And now you've got the streak. It's like, do you go for it? Do you hold it for the 5th round?
I think you hold it right now. I mean, they have the advantage. Really what you're trying to do here if you're OpTic Texas is keep this life advantage. You will have defense in round 5. Do not let this get messy. Continue to trade the way they have been. If they all go all 4 down, that's when Atlanta FaZe, they could really put the pressure on them, but that has not been able to happen for them.
Something is clicking for him here. I mean, you saw what he did against Seattle as well. Like, very similar.
And this is
Seattle.
not an easy map with the auto. I mean, now
it doesn't matter what he has, Joe. It's 9 in a row. Oh, Brucey, baby.
The bat signal is here.
That time, Cellium, he'll get his revenge as he wins it from the back truck. Now, iLLeY to soar forward, and they line up in front. The movement there, but Arcitys, he's up to it. 50 to go. 4 life advantage. Barring some kind of utter collapse, you're in a great spot going into a 5th round. Not what you need right now. Maybe the 3 down, but maybe iLLeY can at least find a couple pickings.
Yeah, you can see aBeZy trying to get aggressive. They can just slow this down. I mean, hanging out for 30 seconds. They've secured round 5. Now, the big thing for the glide is, right, if something does happen towards B on their defense, they could use that glide, right, to just deal with it with the extra utility. They can hit those nades. Now, Atlanta FaZe bringing it back a little bit, but with 10 seconds left off a spawn, you can see Dashy, iLLeY, they're just gonna hang out.
Yeah, I just wouldn't move at this point. just don't give them a chance to maybe somehow flip this, because we know it was pretty close in the live department, but I think that big round 3 is enough for OpTic to get the defense. And yeah, I mean, you were talking about it, but kind of elaborate the glide. Where is it going to come into play?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it a few times, right? Atlanta FaZe really trying to put the pressure on both points over towards B. And, you know, it's been big flank kills, but say that goes the way of Simp or aBeZy, right? They get plat control. The nades don't hit. You have that glide. Or say Dashy's towards the middle of the map and has to help them out. Or off spawn, you find that opening kill. That's what it's there for. It could come out to win them the game.
Keep an eye on when that glide is going to come into play, but it's Simp and aBeZy. The tiny tears that are finding the kills early, but cleared off the point for now. It's Shotzzy just from the top terrace window, just looking to find an opening, but now look at the hit coming towards B.
Yeah, but Dashy again, Dashy has been reading this.
Dude,
he's able to find the kill.
Man.
Simp has had no openings on the map. He loves finding those sort of cracks in the system, but they have shut it down. And now you're in a spot where you have so much map control. You have Dashy watching the B side. They could shut this round out right here and get us to a map 4.
They're locking them in, just trying to extend this series. Does OpTic have what it takes for another epic reverse sweep, but it starts with closing out this map 3. But it is an incredible start. Now we're basically even in lives, but not as big of a deal now. It's the 40 seconds on the clock. You've got to find something if you're FaZe, or you need that green wall to retain the wall. Is now Scump on 5 in a row, and the MP40 a beaming as he continues on the prowl, but Cell there from top church. He's able to get it before he can cut down anymore.
He's like, don't worry, dude, I got your back. And well, he does have his back. Arcitys watches the middle of the map, and I think they're going to give up A now. Now 20v20, you're going to have, what, a minute 24 to work with. Atlanta FaZe going to maybe try to find an opening through church, but there's just nothing really that they're going to have, and iLLeY's going to win that gunfight. aBeZy sometimes makes things look a little too easy with that shot on the shot.
It's just like, you know, you see some POVs, somebody kind of holding, and you're like,
I can do that, dude.
And he's just like, okay, I'm just going to sprint at you, and I'm going to react faster, and I'm going to win fights that I have no right doing at times. He's 34 and 21, but now, just over a minute. Remember, you got the glide. Maybe it's a bailout if you get a break. That's more pressure on the FaZe to get something done, but some big kills coming on through early to stagger this push again.
That's
they
huge.
keep on winning.
They want to get pushed out B5. Look at that number 4. He's already pushed through towards the bottom side. Look at where the spawn is going to be for Atlanta FaZe. All the way across the map. You have Simp who's pushed up. You do have Arcitys in church, but that is nowhere near that objective. This is where that clock comes into play.
Oh, Scumpy, you naughty girl. He is just
He's
locking
a bad
it down.
boy.
He is. He certainly is. Just over 30 to go now. Let's see if they line up the nades. They do it again, dude. They keep doubling those nades up.
Probably most of
But that's like half of Dashy's deaths, but he looks good in green, Scumpy. Still going, 20 seconds now as they try to surge forward to the point. But the defense, the wall of OpTic simply too strong, and now the fans getting back into it as the glide bomb in.
Big one.
And Simp, bye-bye!
Still have 2 players push up though. aBeZy and Cell controlling flat side. Scump winning all of his gunfights. Dashy and iLLeY, there we go! Map 4 coming up!
The discipline there is now we've got ourselves a series, and I think you kind of nailed it. Like,
oh, we're gonna show the stats, and I'm gonna point some out that's gonna be crazy when we get there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
let's see it.
There we go. I mean, look at number 5 in Simp, 17 and 33. When is the last time any of us have seen that? And he has shut down. Well, he was just shut down on all of his routes.
That's what I was gonna say. You kind of mentioned it during it, like. He's so good at finding routes. He's so good at finding openings and just being annoying, right? Like he's a cerebral player. He is. He's one of the smarter players in the game. But they were ready for him, and they were not missing. I mean, how many times did you go to Dashy's POV and he's just holding the lane, Simp's trying to run through it and just catching beams? All those great timings, all those fast heads-up plays that worked in the search and destroy, they were not working on Tuscan. OpTic was better.
And I gotta say, I know a lot of people think that Dashy's not the most traditional, main AR, and I get it because the guy is just unbelievable with his shot. But I think if you look at the end of Cold War, what we've seen from this match, he is picking up these sort of long sight lines. He's finding the long routes. He's making sure no one sneaks on through. I gotta give my man props, 34 and 17, but it's these other kills that he's finding are so important for this team.
He's been unbelievable as we take a look at the highlights, and I know some may have feared a 3-0 after the way this started, but OpTic not going out like that. They battle back on Tuscan and give themselves a chance in this series, and as we look at the highlights, now's kind of the map where it gets a little bit interesting when you first looked at it.
Yeah, it gets very weird. I think both of these teams, when we talk about a major, map vetoes and the map veto process is something, that's talked about a little bit, but it is very important when you talk about map pool, especially certain matchups. And I think everyone wants to have as diverse as a matchup as possible to be as difficult as you can to play against. Gavutu, I think, for both of these squads was the one circled coming into this major, because we saw OpTic, they let it through versus Seattle, it was picked. Now, it didn't get there, but it was picked. And, some people are like, what the heck? This one, Tuscan was vetoed. Gavutu was picked by Atlanta FaZe, which that may be a surprise to some people, because I think it's like, I don't know, 1-1 for FaZe or 1-2. And then for OpTic, they have not played it. Or 0-1?
Yeah, I think it's 0-1 and 1-1 if I remember correctly. It's not a lot of reps though. It's the one in the series that you looked at and we're like, this isn't like, kind of heavy hitter for either of these teams. We get ready now for Gavutu. And I just want a thriller. Give me a thriller, a 250, 249, where I might have my shirt off and I'm dancing.
Yeah, okay. I like that.
No one needs to see that. No one needs to see that.
I think the people would love it. They would love that.
No, it'd just be a mass of hair. It's just, I look like a bear.
That's fine.
But the reverse sweep starts now, brick by brick. And I do think, I guess, the teams are so different. It's kind of a good point. But, if you're Scump, you might be thinking, he remembers that it happened. They brought it back. He knows it's possible. He's fired up. He would love to do it again. You saw that clip of the 1v1. He was roaring on the main stage. He would love to get there again.
Yeah, but then Cell won like 80% of the last tournament, so it's like...
That's a good point, Joe. That's a good point, but...
Yeah, no, that's...
Oh, that smile should be on the cover of magazines.
Should be. Could be. It will be. I think it has been. Definitely has been.
Probably has been. Yeah. No, but he's got my heart, Joe. As we get ready for Gavutu, map 4. OpTic roaring back into this one. The crowd fired up throughout the tail end of that map, just knowing they're going to see more action here in a juggernaut matchup as we take a look at some of the map trends so far this season.
Yeah, I mean, a big focus on P1 and P5. I mean, the reason is P4 to P5 is such a long rotation. P1, once you get ring control, it's a power spot itself. And then P2, least valuable hill, averaging only plus 15 after winning rotation. That's because it's the beach, lots of nades are coming in, right? If you have the close spawns, you probably don't have ring.
Trophies did not exist.
That's fine. It's okay.
Grenades did.
I bought a Titan.
Oh, Kavutu, treat us well. Give us some magic here at Major 1. Dashy was a phenom in the map 3. Well, he starts it off with a little teardrop as aBeZy ripped out of the action quickly as we fight for the first hard point.
All right, now let's talk maybe like why this is a map both of these teams don't play a lot often. As Shotzzy gets a little busy with this MP40.
Tell me, Joe.
This is normally a 3AR map, sometimes 4 depending on the team. On one side, you have Simp, who's probably gonna run the third. On the other, for OpTic Texas, are they gonna run 2 MP40s with Shotzzy and Scump? Is someone gonna pull out the third? Who will it be? I think when we've watched streams and whatnot, it's been Shotzzy. Are they gonna have that third AR? Are they not gonna worry about it?
Well, I think your point, like they're just teams that look better, built for like a 3 sub, right? But it's all clear there. It's OpTic. They get the kills, they'll secure the time. You can see on the minimap, getting ready to unlock will be the ship side hard point. But everyone trying to push through. Ring in mid and start looking for openings. They got to get past iLLeY first and foremost, and he is just finessing around in circles. He's at least able to take down 1. You've got 3 set up near the hard point now for OpTic, and it's Scump going to be ready and waiting. But a bit of a spawn out. There's a pinch that's going to be developing here. All the heads start to turn. Are they aware that Arcitys was still on that side? There was still one there, and I do not think they were. I think they thought the full flip was out. Was that just losing track of a player?
No,
I think they side?
Yeah, I think they saw the spawns come in, and they thought that they flipped. And for FaZe, I mean, yeah, they're going to stop the bleeding for now. They're going to get some time, but iLLeY's right back in. You have Shotzzy already pushed up towards green. Now, Simp is already focused on this long rotation, and they have a one-on-one versus Dashy. Arcitys still going to deal with the player on that time. Shotzzy is lurking, just waiting for his teammates.
You know, these first couple of rotations, they're quick, shorter rotations. Now, once we get past third, they start to get a bit longer. You're going to get punished even more and more for those mistakes. aBeZy, Simp, and Arcitys.
Okay, it's Scump running the auto.
They look to hold down the point, and I mean, he can do it all right now. He is playing out of his mind. It's 7-4. The read is there. Easy little gunfight. The pressure is on. Last guy's going to be deep. It's going to be Cell. Cell's doing his best to stay up as aBeZy's getting shot in the back, and finally they're able to take him out. There's still a right side spawn, but into the point. Go OpTic. They continue to build upon this lead, now up 40.
And I mean, they just have them trapped right now with 20 seconds. This is perfect. Scump continues 6 in a row. Locking them in. You can see aBeZy trying to get out, but look at Shotzzy as well. They're going to be able to transition from 4, number 7, the glide bomb in for Scump. Arcitys is going to get them out beach side, but already fully set up at a big money hill is OpTic Texas.
You feel the momentum starting to swing inside of this room. His Scump looks for number 8, and he'll take it. The head clean off of Arcitys, brains scattered to the wind. To Shotzzy for a second, as he's on the front of this push. iLLeY now looking over him. Scump trying to get double digits, not able to hit it. There's like so many visual effects there. It's like, what are you shooting at this point? Is aBeZy able to take down 3? And they needed a moment, and they're getting the time. But remember, you'll have the streaks in the back pocket for Scump.
That was actually huge. I mean, Atlanta FaZe, they are working towards the beach side. They work up front. A player gets in, and then they get that back rock close spot.
Hello.
They break on through. So it could have been a much uglier scoreline for Atlanta FaZe. But we talked about Money Hills over here at P5, and now we have an opportunity for OpTic Texas. Shotzzy, Scump, they are beaming with any gun in their hand. Yeah, Shotzzy 9-5, Scump 14-5. Look at the position of Scump as well. I love this, taking care of the long route beach side, forcing Atlanta FaZe to have to break through ship.
And look just how long this is, and Shotzzy doing everything he can. He was doing so much work, Dashy. So much work. He tries to help with the nade, but that's all right. You soaked up the time now. The lead's feeling all right. You know who's feeling all right as well? Sir Scumpy.
I could run it out. This is easy.
Sassy and sexy and snapping. He sees triple positive, and you know, Bruce, who put up a monster map, now he's just getting that objective time. Don't worry, I got a secondary too. As moment by moment, they push. FaZe the distance with a potential map 5, but Never count out FaZe. You know, they've got something cooking. With 10 seconds left, they'll get in, grab some of this scrap time.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're OpTic, you take this. You allow them to have that. You have a 4 versus 3 on the rotation. Some kills do come in. aBeZy able to find one. He does get stunned, but he is all by himself, and Scump is taking over.
He's
another 5 spree.
18-5 as the King looks to leave his mark. Finally, with 2 men to deal with, they'll drop, and as big a map as Scump is having, Shotzzy right there behind him, sitting around double positive. But despite the fact you've got multiple people popping off, and you've got a massive slaying advantage. FaZe are still in this. They've got a chance, but as soon as I call it, it's iLLeY that's answering back with a double of his own. If you're going to bring this back, if you are FaZe, where does it need to happen?
Well, I think it has to kind of start right here. I mean, you're down 60, but that's 160 points in OpTic. Over towards this P2 the first time through. I mean, it was probably one of the best P2s we've seen all year. They're controlling this ship again. You already have Scump pushing up towards green. That's where you want to be. He has the MP40 in hand. Doesn't matter the weapon. My man is doing it all as he gets pushed up. They have to focus on him. And you know what? They're just going to soak up this time. But aBeZy able to get FaZe out for now.
It's like when somebody needs to come up with a clutch multi-kill.
Yeah, I mean, the OpTic fans are just like trying to grow that lead like past 60, right? They just won't go away.
Yeah, you know, it's like...
Put them away, please!
Get a lead where you're like, okay, we've got this in the bag. They just can't quite push through that threshold, but you still, you know, you've been comfortable throughout. You had a great start. You're still doing it through the mid-game. But Simp trying to play a little bit of disruption, just finesse back and forth as best he can, but with 4 HP, he will go down. Now these final 20 seconds look to go the way of OpTic Texas as we get ready for the beach side. It's aBeZy's POV to try and win a big one-on-one. It's just Dashy is trying to disrupt from ring. Be annoying as he can, just make sure they can't get into a comfortable setup.
Well, I mean, really with that ring position, that's where he can just find so many angles on the hill. Now Shotzzy, did he find the opening? Did he find the wrap to deal with this? He sure did. And there's a break. Now Scump, I love this. They timed this with the glide bomb. To have the setup, blows up Arcitys. Inside a ring, you still have aBeZy, but Shotzzy, Scump, they break the setup of Atlanta FaZe.
Shotzzy just trying to stay up. Boys, I'm doing my best, but the nades continue to come in, but you're over the 200-point mark. You can smell the back-to-back maps as we get prepped for a map 5. If they can do it, you just got to put them away. Still a battle around the point, but what a map it has been as Shotzzy looks for number 20, but Simp will clear him out of it. But as soon as you feel like you got that big lead, you start to get a lot of time here if you're FaZe at the tail end of the hard point.
You gotta tip that one, I'm just saying. You gotta tip that one. You gotta tip that shot out of Simp. But okay, a chance here. We were back towards this P4 hard point, Atlanta FaZe. They had a huge break to keep them in the game. Another chance here. iLLeY though off his spawn, able to deal with 2. Dashy does not allow that sneak through to happen. Look at the map control. Look at where iLLeY is. Look at where FaZe is spawning so far out. They do not have a lot of time. Atlanta FaZe, they have to go or we're headed to a map 5.
This is where legends are made. Can you get this break? It's a big win. It's aBeZy, king of the openers. Continues to open them up like a can of worms. He gets 3, but they're still spawning deep, but you're finding just enough time and disruption here to maybe extend this.
Okay, this is where it gets scary, right? Because OpTic are gonna have these very close spawns behind the rocks. Now, iLLeY, he's trying to make the heads up play, go on the long route, because I love that rotation is so difficult. Now, where will they spawn? Where will they spawn? This could be huge. Squad spawn comes in. That is a great play from iLLeY. The P5 rotation right now in favor of OpTic Texas, but Cell reads it. He's able to find them first. Shotzzy trying to deal with RCs. He does. He's gonna play his life. Simp comes through with a trade.
Another big moment. 15 now needed for OpTic Texas. This one's trying to deal with the pressure mid-map. It's Simp trying to deal with the bodies on the point. They're still inside. Now just 10 needed and Scump. Are you joking? 33 up. Spotting out his face. Map 5, here we go.
was the third AR, and it was Scump himself. Showed I can do it all. It doesn't matter the weapon.
Yeah, he has an all right map, right?
Not bad.
Unbelievable, and now it just feels like you're smelling a repeat of history. It's map by map. They push FaZe the distance. FaZe get the wins early, but now it is OpTic answering back late. It's a 33-14 map out of Scump. It's the rotation from iLLeY.
Yeah,
it's the gunfight wins from Dashy. They are doing it all. At Radar, when aBeZy got 3, I was like, whoa. I thought for a second, but you had some heads-up plays by OpTic.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that play from iLLeY. I mean, this is why this OpTic team loves this guy, why this fan base loves him, because there's not a lot of people who are thinking about that. And, you know, he gets that, and his teammates all die. They get the spawn, allows that P5 rotation. I mean, you can see Atlanta FaZe, they got outslayed heavy.
Look at Scump's non-traded kills just for everyone
29.
else. He has 33, 29 are non-traded.
Not traded.
Okay, all right, but we are now going to take a look at the Scump play of the game. As Scump having a map, as he's just finding everybody, auto in hand, just mowing them down.
Just patrolling this ringside. Throws the shoulders, got the pistol, gets the 5 spree. He's already got a glide bomb. My man, this is where he gets hot. Now FaZe, I mean, woo, they tried keeping it close, but the slang just not there when they needed it. They had a couple of breaks, just didn't matter.
We've talked about the maps and the stats and everything throughout the course of this. You've been there. It's a map 5. It's FaZe OpTic. Is throw everything out the window?
Not yet, because we've had a couple of these game 5s between these two. I think for OpTic fans last year, when they were looking like they were getting going in a major, they would get into a game 5. This is where a lot of heartbreak was last season, whether it was Ultra, whether it was Røkkr. It was always a tough one in these situations, but maybe they can turn the tides.
We still got so much to do today. We've got way more matches.
Hey.
I'm having a blast.
I'm having a blast, man.
Forever. But you see the social, that tweet's coming in. The king is back. Scump is eating. Papa's hungry. We are headed to a quick break. Then it is map 5 time.
Welcome back into the music. You know how to do this. Don't second guess, just not a test. It's not a race, no black or white. Everything's great. No yesterday, never tomorrow. Only the present, that is your gift. It benefits you only if open. Everyone's chosen, beauty of choice. You can stay silent, forget your voice. You can malign them, hold a grudge, or stand before judge. Just stay in your case. Top of the notion that you were just a mere drop in the ocean. This is your moment, fear is a Trojan horse. Will you open or close your doors?
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Game Fuel. Victory in a can.
It is time for a map 5, but crowd, listen to me quick. I need everyone in the house to listen. No spoils in the S&D, no shouting of position. If you do, you will be removed from the venue.
Baby
I will
is gonna
personally,
tackle you.
I will rip my headset off, I will come down there, I'm throwing out drop kicks. No, not really, it'll be someone from the security team, I'm sure, but let's keep it fair, let's keep it fun. Everybody loves the map 5. I know I do. I am having so much fun. Like my nipples are hard. I'll be honest with you.
What, really?
Yes, just because I'm so excited. See?
He's not lying.
Woo!
Wow, those are stern.
Yeah, no, it's like diamonds.
Man. Ready?
I live for this, baby.
I know.
FaZe, OpTic. Is it another reverse sweep? Do the villains get the win, and are there tears throughout the venue?
Could be both sides of happiness and
yeah, it's
sadness,
true.
honestly.
It's true. Oh, but we hope you out there, crowd, you guys having fun. You having a good time? Hell yes, we are. Woo! Tuscan, S&D, map 5.
You see the map records there, undefeated for Atlanta FaZe, but OpTic Texas 2-1. I mean, honestly, the last couple of games in these respawns, Slaying side's been pretty one-sided. We saw it there in that map 4, map 3. I mean, it was Dashy going off.
Let's go!
In Atlanta FaZe, you're looking for your superstars. I mean, well, just pick which ones. But for me, Cell and Simp coming off of that game 4 and that game 3. Can they turn it around?
Map 5. Shotzzy. He's on a tree. And there's the first blood, and that's a big one. Get aBeZy out of it. Because he could be an early round Reaper. He sees him on the cross. He's going to try and need it out for Info as he wraps back towards his squad. We're working toward this site, but it's Shotzzy making play after play after play! Shotzzy!
My man is yelling, the round's not over yet. Bombs blended 1v3. Cell left all by himself. The read's on point for Shotzzy. Cell just trying to do what he can, but we know how difficult of a situation this could be. It's over towards that P5 situation. That is Shotzzy's well. It's his water. Oh, give it to the ace.
There's the ace for Shotzzy. Round 1 to OpTic.
You know what we saw as Simp in that map number 2 was him quick. We did not see that on that trade. aBeZy opens the door. Simp was not fast on the trade. I know that the windows, the doors, which side is he on? He doesn't want to get caught timing. But Shotzzy was just so quick. He finds Arcitys in the middle of the map. And I mean, he wins them the round.
Yeah, is it the 4 there that gives that to you?
Yes.
Now another first blood, this time behind Big Brucey. FaZe still look to get going, as momentum has just shifted so dramatically from that godlike map 2 from Simp. They have slowed them down.
And this is fast from OpTic again. I mean, they 3 hit through P5 on this rotation. Cellium, he's watching top broken, but Simp is gonna shut down shots. A bit of a nice trade from Scump. Gets away with his life, gives them man advantage. Now you're looking at Cell maybe to potentially make a play. They're just gonna back up. I like this, you know, play your man advantage. Have to retake, you do it.
iLLeY work to get this down, but they're hunting together. The ducks fly together as all 3 getting ready to push, and Arcitys just able to get away with his life. He's got so little HP, just trying to get shots in. He can't quite get across. Again, it is Cell. In a 1 versus 3, 25 to go on the clock. Can he make some kind of play? There's the original read, halfway towards the defuse. Is Cell looking for the angle, but it's Dashy holding the window.
I mean, I know Arcitys tries to get away with his life, but he was put in such a tough position. I think right there, I'd rather see him chow, right? I think you rather try for him to get one and put Cell in a 1v2.
Talking Arcitys when they're pushing.
I mean, it is just so difficult for him to get away with his life. If he maybe catches one sprinting, put Cell in a 1v2, something can happen, but you see, Cell just had so much to watch.
I think he just got caught in that like awkward spot, right? Well, it was all Shotzzy in the first offense. Nice reaction time, just the spot and the backup. A little hello with the stun as Shotzzy keeps avoiding him.
This guy's literally playing like a different game. You remember like slam ball with like the trampolines on the floor? That's pretty much what he does.
Yeah, I tried that once. I think I almost broke my arm. Dashy keeps it going. Arcitys head into the next round. That's 3 first bloods, and they're clean first bloods.
Yeah, 2 from Dashy, 1 from Shotzzy. Again, this patience. They're keeping their numbers. No mistakes from this team. Do not give them any openings. aBeZy just trying to see what they're doing. Gonna spot one on that cross. Call out comes in. That fakes him out big time. Look at that. Gets him away from his position. D-bomb opened up. I don't know if they're thinking this is an A hit, but now they know. They're like, nobody here, so they're gonna have to try to work the flank. The first gunfight, it's gonna be iLLeY.
This could fly through door after door, but the help is there, and with the team shot, iLLeY gets the kill. Now a 4 versus 2. Is OpTic close to taking a 3-0 edge, but Simp at least able to take out one. Now Cell not gonna be able to get the read. Scump lying in wait like a spider. And off the map goes Simp. It is all OpTic thus far.
Those first bloods, and then, I mean, they're giving them no easy kills. Even that play from iLLeY backs up to his teammate. All right, aBeZy's like, I gotta go. I gotta try to make a play. And well, he puts his head through a door, and then there's 2 players from OpTic taking him down, playing with numbers. The fundamentals of the game right now being shown in this game 5. Something to watch.
It's not how you start. It's how you finish. And OpTic Texas getting closer to closing this out. It is 3 first bloods now for Dashy. And Shotzzy is hunting, just sending it right between enemy lines. He gets another one on the tail end of it as well, but it's 5 in a row for Dashy, and it's a 3-on-1 for aLLeY. They are getting picked apart, cleaner than a rotisserie chicken. Bye-bye.
And it's all about those first bloods. I don't know what VOD work Dashy's been doing or what, but he's got 3 of them. He is shutting down Atlanta FaZe.
Give him another! Give him another! Dashy, the first blood god in this one. As aBeZy, I think he's sitting at 0-5.
This is just one of those games. Okay,
Ooh,
finally. Something, but Shotzzy's here now, quickly on the trade. One of those games where everything is going one way. We've seen it before in Call of Duty, and it's happening now. All right, where are we at? Another mid-round. 45 seconds left. OpTic again with man advantage. What are they doing? They're slowing this down, making sure no funny business happens.
It's like, I don't even know what advice you give FaZe. You just don't get first blooded 5 seconds into every round.
I might not move from spawn.
Crowd, let them hear it chance start to erupt, but you brought this back to a 2 versus 2. Could this be the moment that maybe propels them? Not on their watch. Up 5-0, 1 round to go. OpTic looking like Terminators on Tuscan. FaZe just look dazed and confused. Just uppercut right out the gate. 8-1 out of Shotzzy in a map 5. But there's a quick plant down, but it's another opener for OpTic.
It's 0-6 now for aBeZy, but can his team get him to another round? Man advantage to OpTic. They have to work the defuse.
You're talking one of the best search and destroy players all time on a goose egg. And a map 5 on the main.
Oh, the nade hits.
Ooh.
They might have hit Shotzzy as well. Cell, though, trying to bring this back, trying to give them the man advantage. Nobody on the defuse, as RC is going to have to check it. And on the peak, he gets picked. On the peak, he gets picked. Now you're looking at Simp working through the middle of the map. He's giving the call-outs.
And find
the kill.
Maybe a little bit nervous right now. It's
on to the bomb. I don't know. It is so close.
Got it. I don't know.
We got to go to the bomb.
So.
Show the bomb.
Show me the bomb.
Show me the bomb.
Wait, no, did he get it? He got it! It's done! It's done! OpTic with the reverse sweep! That was just clinical in the map 5. Clinical. Like, as much as we were gassing Simp, and you know how methodical, how clinical he looked in the map 2. Like, they were prepped for that map 5. They were prepped. And the first bloods were just coming in droves.
I don't know if it was prep or what.
Wherever
Dashy looked like. I mean, it was just first blood. Shotzzy in round 1 really gave that momentum. But I think for OpTic fans, this is just a huge relief. Like, all right, we got a squad, baby.
Absolutely.
And they're showing it here.
And sometimes, you know, it's like that type of win feels better than like coming in with a 3-0 stop. Like, to go down, to prove you've got what it takes to bring it back. That determination, that grit, for the reverse sweep. Just absolutely epic stuff.
Really was, and everyone had their moments. They truly did. Everybody had their moments in that control. I mean, Dashy took over in hardpoint. It was Scump in game 5. Shotzzy, I mean, iLLeY in the key moments, in those spawns, on those rotations, but we talked about it.
A goose is loose! And you're not gonna see that often.
No, you're not.
I mean, he did 113 damage. Like, they took him out of the game. He was just not involved at all. And not like anyone was popping off necessarily on FaZe, but the person that can at times have the biggest impact in a search and destroy game, which OpTic has felt many times with aBeZy on this FaZe lineup. He is just wiped off the slate.
And this is what you wanted to see, right? In these sort of big game 5s, deep in the tournament runs, how does our squad respond? Last year wasn't great. Just felt like nothing could go their way. I'll tell you what went their way this time was this Tuscan search and destroy.
That was fun. Unbelievable. It is now time for the Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. We've got the whole damn squad up there with Miles. Take it away.
What more needs to be said, boys? It feels like destiny, like it had to happen. It was a typical performance, Scump. 6-0 in the end, you pull it back, reverse sweep, you name it. How do you describe it?
There's no words, man. This team, we work so fucking hard. It's just every day we work so hard. So I'm just so proud of these guys, and to come out and reverse sweep FaZe, I mean, that feels great.
Hey, Bruce.
Talk to me, Miles.
You're looking like one of the most dangerous players on Tuscan right now. How the hell do you do it?
I don't know. I think I just worked the angles good. I don't know. I got a good vibe on that map, so we'll try to keep it going.
It was an unbelievable run, man. I mean, you're looking vintage form out there. You're looking like new levels every day. It is just it's incredible to watch. How's the practice been coming in the event?
Yeah, my teammates just make my job like super easy. I mean, I have 3 of the best players in the game, so it's just a matter of me just watching over them, picking up the right cuts, rotating, and having some good vibes. Have some fun along the way.
iLLeY.
I love you, Mom.
That's a good summary there, iLLeY. What is it like to play in front of a crowd like this?
Oh, it's absolutely amazing. Last year, I was on the other end of it, but this year, you guys are all amazing. And I appreciate every single one of you guys.
You're going into Sunday. What's the game plan from here on out?
Listen, job's not finished yet. We're going to come out tomorrow, and we're going to do what we do every single day. We're going to play our game, and we're going to do what we do.
And you're looking like one of the greatest to ever do it out there. How the hell do you feel right now, man? Impossible to describe this feeling, right?
It feels amazing, man. I honestly don't know what to say. You guys are absolutely amazing. I started off slow, but I brought it back. But yeah, dude, this is just insane. I feel really good.
Scumpy, lastly to you, man. Any final words to the fans here? This has been a legendary event so far. We're far from over.
Green wall diff.
Desk,
Nah,
take it
thank
away.
you guys, though, for real. You guys are awesome. See you tomorrow.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, wow, that was crazy. You know what? I've always heard the stories, I heard the rumors, all about the hype in Call of Duty, and we just got to say this. This is esports. Hey, yo, Green Wall, if Atlanta FaZe said no chance, make some noise! The energy behind that audience was something special, and OpTic, they came back. The reverse sweep was incredible.
All I'm gonna say is, I told you I am cursed. I bet against them, they proved me wrong. Again, OpTic is solidifying how good they are.
Okay.
They don't want to
Okay, no, crowd. Lewis, let us know, because we clowned him right now.
All wrong.
I'm a clown.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. I told you guys it came from the bottom of my heart when I bet against OpTic, because every time I did it, that they have won. So the fact that you're booing me right now, that is very disrespectful, guys, because I put that on the line for you.
All right.
I already helped you guys out, but let's reflect on this.
Yeah, let's reflect on them matches for a second.
I'll bet on OpTic tomorrow.
Like where OpTic has come from this season, how tough it was for them in the beginning, not able to win the AR map, so to see what Scump did on that Kuavo 34-14, playing an absolute masterclass from the beginning of the map, that was insane to see. And then in that search and destroy, I knew that this team was moving different in that round number 2, where they all grouped up, backed up together, pushed out the right side P1, got the kills and clutched up in that round. Like, OpTic looked so much better today. That is hard work, that is preparation, that is something we haven't seen out of this OpTic name in a very long time. That was perfect reverse sweep.
You're right, and take a look at that very last map. OpTic swept them. Atlanta FaZe didn't stand a chance, and that was all behind Dashy going 8-2 and done. Shotzzy 9-2.
The guy opened up the game 5 for the reverse sweep with an ace. That was insane, and I kind of wish we'd stayed on it just for it didn't look like he had it in the final moment, but my goodness, Shotzzy.
You're right, and Ali, enough about Shotzzy. Dashy has been going nuclear this event.
Absolutely, and it was that 6-0. He was getting first bloods almost every single round with the nades, with the scope. 1.4, dude, 480 overall. Dashy, man, he's back in form.
Yes, and when it comes down to the game field tactical play and Shotzzy's ace, nameless, nobody was stopping him.
First of all, that first round was insane, but the game plan that OpTic had going into this map was perfect. They shut down middle map, and that is where FaZe takes over versus everyone on Tuscan. They were 3-0 going into this series on Tuscan Search and Destroy. What did we see? We saw nades going up top sandbags to kill aBeZy, multiple different rounds. We saw Dashy getting first bloods left and right. Cellium got shut down. The guy is a demon mid-map on this map. So, I mean, Shotzzy, what this guy does does and what you need him to do is just go mid and be a nuisance, be annoying, play off the information. That's exactly what he does. He gets the information mid, throws a nade, it just causes chaos, gets the first kill, backs up. He knows they're going to be a player trying to go for that trade, and Simp gets the kill, and then just camps the corner in the very end, plays his life, and waits for the last guy to run in front of him, gets that kill, and starts it off with an ace. That set the tone for this map going forward. They knew that they were going to be able to lock down mid-map, that Shotzzy is comfortable, and they dominated.
You got that right, Ton. This team is something special, man. When all the players are clicking and the crowd is going behind them, OpTic in the winner's bracket, knocking Atlanta FaZe down. This team is terrifying.
It's so scary now when you see these guys getting behind the team like that. It is a terrifying prospect going up against London tomorrow in the winner's bracket. At the same time, look, Shotzzy was phenomenal. Absolutely ridiculous series in the S&D specifically. He said he had a bit of a slow start, which was absolutely true, but hey, you can have a slow start all you want if you're pulling off aces in round 1 of the final map for the reverse sweep. You can do that, it's fine.
You got that right. And aLLeY, somebody was shut down that last map. Yo, my man's aBeZy started off the series hot, and then he ended it with a donut. He
Something
was hungry.
very specific that Atlanta FaZe said is that they are fine unless they get into their own heads, and that was an absolute breakdown by both the SMGs. You could see it. You could see it on the map that they were getting more aggressive. They were getting more panicky. They weren't playing the slow, methodical game that we know that they can be, and at the end of the day, they got in their own head once they lost that control.
You got that right, Nameless. The loser side of the bracket, I don't know about you, man. I would not want to be down there right now.
Atlanta FaZe down there, and I believe later today we're going to have Atlanta FaZe versus LA Thieves, and that's just going to be a banger, man. An angry FaZe. Whew.
All right, Ton, anything else you got to say right now? Like, I'm living.
I mean, look, honestly, when we came into this game, you speak about all the players that are on this team, and Scump has been there. He had his years of being an absolute demon, but it's the Gavutu. What do you mean? Like, what was going on? Scump was frying them. He was absolutely cooking, and that's not something we expect necessarily to come out from him.
With an AR?
Yeah, exactly. You think Shotzzy is going to be the guy that maybe does that, but Scump in that map, if he plays like that, the rest of the tournament, it's a wrap, bro.
It is. So let's talk about the tiny territory for a second. Let's talk about Atlanta FaZe. Simp and aBeZy, aLLeY, how did they do?
They were starting off really hot. Actually, Simp was a bit slower. aBeZy was on fire, though. But then by map 3, man, they just really struggled to get on their feet. Simp, especially with the automaton. He started frying near the end, but it was just a little bit too late.
Right now, let's go ahead and take a look at a bracket to see what's left this event. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, we actually have 2 more games today. You got Breach and Ultra on the loser side, Thieves versus FaZe in the elimination round 3 side. And Nameless, the winter finals, I mean, OpTic and London Royal Ravens.
It's NA versus EU, baby. We'll see how that one goes, but OpTic with this crowd, it's going to be crazy.
I can't wait. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been one hell of a day. We have Toronto versus Boston next. If you watched that series right there, it was something legendary. And believe me when I say this, we are just getting started. On the other side of this break, we're going to continue on with day 3. And I can't wait to see you guys on the other side. We'll see you soon.